I got my lens stolen. Actually, it wasn't even my lens. So I wanted to talk about the trip to Hawaii I just took a few months ago. I went to the Big Island and I got a lens stolen. Funny thing about it is it wasn't even my lens. It was a lens that I rented. And so yeah, that's been fun to pay back. It was the GF 55mm F1.7, the new one for the GFX Fujifilm system. And I was having a great time, and you'll see as you watch the video some of the photos that I took with it. It's an absolutely beautiful lens, and unfortunately I left it in my bag on the side of the road, went out, drove somewhere and realized it was gone. So I drove straight back and the bag was gone, along with a hard drive and some other things that were stolen. Luckily, the lens was the biggest and most expensive thing in the bag, as well as my voice recorder that I use for all of the audio portions. So enjoy these clips of me talking to the camera with absolutely zero audio. So a large part of this Hawaii trip was actually to build my portfolio a little bit stronger in the hotel and tourism industries. And that was at the time what I was kind of trying to focus on. And so day one, I landed the night before, and then day one being there, I decided to go to Kona to capture just some shots of the town and then also get some drone shots of the hotels nearby. I really wanted to test out the GF 55mm lens for my GFX 100S, so I decided to just walk around and get a few shots of what I found interesting. I was really happy how these photos came out. I really wasn't trying to go for anything crazy, and a lot of photography is all about timing, and while I was taking photos, this guy started kayaking, and I just love that. I'm trying to get as much adventure on my portfolio as possible. So I got a guy kayaking, biking. Like I said, photography, a lot of it's about timing. So after spending some time in Kona, I decided to try and find some sea turtles on the Big Island. So I went to Kiholo Bay, which is known as a very popular turtle area. I really like these photos that came out from the GF 55mm. Although I was shooting at f1.7 for a lot of it, which I think is just a mistake because it has a very shallow depth of field and almost blurs out most of the photo. And so I think shooting this at like 2.8 would be awesome. But yeah, I kind of just hung around this area and tried to get some photos of the sea turtles hanging out in the water, but they decided to stay in the water. So that was kind of the extent of what I was able to capture of the sea turtles, and basically called it a day after that. The Big Island is one of my favorite places in the whole world, and I had the chance to photograph it and film it for a few different reasons. I stayed at a hotel called Kamoela Inn in Waimea, and I was able to take some photos for their hotel and some of the experiences nearby. So that's what we did on day 2. Basically, we woke up pretty early for sunrise, went to the beautiful Palulu Valley, which is a sacred place for the Hawaiian people, and it's also home to one of the most beautiful hikes in all of Hawaii, in my opinion. So I really wanted to get that sunset light. I'm super happy with how these photos turned out. The GF 55mm has like a nice softness to it, probably because I was shooting wide open for a lot of it, but still the colors that came out of it and then the field of view is just really nice for like an overall travel lens. I also use the GF 30mm f3.5, which is another lens that I have for wider shots. And so some of these are taken with that. This photo right here might be one of my favorites ever, just because of how soft that lighting is. It's not too harsh. The colors came out beautiful. There's like a nice fog layer to the picture, and everything just kind of came together in the composition. And of course I had to take some influencer photos as well for the hotel. you know, maybe for myself. So I also wanted to get some cinematography in while I was in Hawaii, so I rented the Tokina 50 to 135 millimeter lens, and I really liked the depth and cinema glass, even though it's a more affordable cinema lens. I spent a good amount of time down at the beach and even recorded quite a few audio bits for this video, but of course, you know, my voice recorder was stolen in the bag, and so, you know, it was still a really pleasant experience being able to feel the black lava sand. I even got some video of the waves, but almost got my camera destroyed. And I also decided to bring my Zoleo device, which is a satellite device that, you know, can track your location anywhere, and decided to take some product photos just kind of in the black sand. And then also I brought down a yerba mate can. Like I said, these are just things that are kind of like I can just throw on my portfolio. They're not really structured projects, more just for fun. I decided to stop here just because I saw it on the map and I wanted to get a shot of Maui over there, which I did. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it's cool that you can see Maui from the Big Island. So I'm just recording on my phone because I left my camera in the car. But yeah, I got some cool shots. There's a guy kind of surfing, so I decided to get a few shots of him just for my portfolio. So yeah. Most other places had a no-fly zone drone sign, except this place did not. So I threw it up, got some really cool shots that I am in love with. This coastline, the cliffs were super unique in a way. There were some structures that I got some photos of, and I just really love also, you know, what's behind these coastlines. So I decided to stop here on the side of the road because I saw a really nice crater from Google Maps. So I sent the drone up, got a few photos. Not anything crazy. Unfortunately, like, these craters are actually so big, and you know, as a drone pilot, you're only really supposed to fly 400 feet above the ground. So when you get to the top, you fly 400 feet up from that, and you're just not able to get everything in the frame. So it definitely helps, you know, like getting a helicopter or a plane to get those shots. I do what I can, but you know, I haven't been too impressed with like getting crater shots from the drone, so we might have to pivot and get a helicopter next time. Of course, had to stop for some authentic Hawaiian barbecue at Ippy's in Waimea. Definitely recommend. And if you've ever been to the Big Island, then you definitely know there are goats everywhere, and they're wild goats, and they kind of hang out, as you can see, on the golf resort, but they're everywhere, even on the roads, and they are so cool to see. So I'm here at the coast. I didn't bring my camera once again to film, but that's okay because I brought my drone. I was finally able to get some drone shots. There was no sign that says I couldn't, and this area seems like it's fine. It's a hotel area, so definitely got some shots of the beach, got some shots of like a catamaran over there, and I also got some shots of the hotel because I want to build, you know, my hotel portfolio. So overall successful drone flight, and here are the videos. So while I was walking to the beach to fly my drone, I took a few photos just of the hotel and some things that I found interesting, and I really loved the lighting here just because it wasn't quite sunset, but it was getting there, and I just really love that glow. While I was flying my drone, I found some awesome subjects like these canoers, I don't know if that's even a word, a catamaran sailing out, and these photos, I absolutely love them. Something that I absolutely adore about the Big Island is the black lava rock contrasting with the bright blue water on most of the island. As you can see from these clips, you can see like the dark lava rock, the white sand, and then the really bright blue water. And I think it's pretty unique to the Big Island itself. To finish the day off, I decided to go up to Mauna Kea to capture sunset. I didn't go all the way up, it's kind of a lookout area, but the sunset colors were absolutely incredible. It was windy, it was cold, it was packed with tourists just like myself, but regardless, an incredible experience. There at Mauna Kea, there's craters all over the place. Especially at sunset, these craters really show off. You get some nice, really orange glow on kind of the rims, and then a nice purple, pinkish sunset haze in the background. Man, definitely recommend heading up there if you haven't been. Day 3, the day that I got my bag stolen, and of course, you know, the last day after recording all of that awesome audio bits and content. I had left my bag at this viewpoint that I went to go check out. I was a bit distraught during this day, so I just decided to visit a few places that I still wanted to get a few photos of to try to get my mind off of having lost all of that goodness. Waipio Valley is very similar to Palulu Valley and close by as well. Although I don't think you can get down to the beach without a local or a tour guide or whatever, but it's an absolutely incredible view. Found this pretty cool place on the Google Maps. The reason I found this place is because I was looking up like good drone spots in Hawaii, because it seemed like every beach I went to didn't allow drones. So basically I'm gonna get some drone shots of the coastline. It's pretty beautiful. Unfortunately, I left my bag at a scenic point where I was filming earlier, and the bag I think was stolen because I went back to go get it after only like 20 minutes and it was gone. So unfortunately I lost all of my audio. So in that case, because it was on a different microphone, so in that case I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in terms of the beginning of this vlog or beginning of this video, but we make do. We'll get some cool stuff here, and maybe we'll start the vlog with the last day of the trip. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, but okay, continue. And work our way back through powerful storytelling and narration. Dumb idea, but go off. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, the waves are just so mesmerizing behind me. It's awesome. I'm gonna show you guys. Flying the drone around this area, I really didn't have a plan. Like I said before, I was just looking for compositions that I could get that would kind of show a naturalistic side or a more touristic side, something that I could throw on my portfolio. And I came across this beautiful coastline nearby where I flew the drone off, and there were some amazing like natural waterfalls falling right into the coast, right into the ocean. And so, of course, I took the opportunity and grabbed a lot of shots of those waterfalls, of the waves, of the beautiful blue water. Everything that was around there, I just took advantage of flying my drone there. The Mavic 3 Classic is really, like, you can't go wrong with it. So I definitely, if anyone's thinking about getting a drone, it's a great photography drone, it's a great cinematography drone. And it's really not too overpriced. I love these overhead photos of the blue water. Just with how many rocks there are, it creates a lot of interesting shapes and textures. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Like I said before, if you want to support the channel, I'll be selling some of these prints in my print store. You can head over to the link in my bio below. I'm actually in my bedroom right now. My downstairs office had a leak in it, and so we had to move everything upstairs, and so this is my temporary office until everything's done downstairs. So sorry it's not as pretty, but I hope you enjoy the video.